Spice Diva, Sona's charm. Welcome back to Red Lip Talk Podcast, episode 37. With your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and Sona's charm. She's absent today, but we're going to get this show started. We thank y'all for coming in and tuning in with us on today. And what our topic is, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are not too full or ate too much this holiday season. Of course, the holidays are not over. We have Christmas as well as New Year's coming up. But I hope you guys didn't eat too much. If you did, go to the gym. Work a little bit of it out. I'm speaking to you guys, but I haven't did it yet. But I will plan on going on tomorrow. But this episode is Thanksgiving thankfulness. So I want y'all to take some time and think about that ooh gooey good feeling that y'all had around the holidays, around Thanksgiving, when you were nice to family, when you was extra nice to family, certain people that you didn't even see throughout the whole year, you got to spend time with them. They came from out of town. They flew in to New Orleans. You flew to them. So I want y'all to try to keep that feeling on today. Today is Monday. A lot of people dread Monday, but we're gonna say today, thank God it's Monday, like my boy ET always say. Thank God it's Monday. So we're excited about Monday. We're gonna call it Motivational Monday. Get it going Monday. I don't know, just some things. I don't know. Get it going Monday. If you have some suggestions on what we're gonna call Monday, we're taking suggestions. Since we do the podcast every Monday for 1 p.m. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. And usually when my girl Sona Charms is here, we usually ask each other how weekend was. So I'm going to how my weekend was before I go into the current events. My weekend was so nice. I'm excited about it. Actually, I'm gonna do the events because I think production has it that way. So I want to follow the script, right? But I want y'all to, again, thank you for this Thanksgiving thankfulness. There was a cute little thing that I put up on social media. Mocha actually created it for me on last year. So I was excited about putting it up this year. Production has it. Well, I was saying, I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving season, this holiday. On my Thanksgiving, I actually had to go to John Curtis in the morning because my son had practice. So if you guys can see, I was there at John Curtis. But the great thing about it, I wanted to go to church on that day. And see, they putting up my food. I cooked some good food, y'all. Ooh. I don't have nothing left. My food is always gone. Look at that gumbo. Look, seafood gumbo, New Orleans gumbo. But after practice, I had to go home, get in the kitchen, and cook. Now, usually my mama cooks a whole bunch of food, and I really don't have to cook. Look, they have JT up there. You see JT Curtis? JT Curtis up there. He prayed for us. We had a good Thanksgiving service, and it was really nice. He talked about how we are so eager and so accustomed to the physical things of this world, we often forget our spiritual things of this world. And we put that on the back burner and we just want to get things done. We're in the rush to get things done. Like especially around the holidays, we have to get everything done. We want to do this. We want to do that. We want to do this and get all this stuff together and don't take the time to put spirituality in it as well. But this was my first year because Brock has been on their team since his seventh grade year. He's in the ninth grade. But this was my first year of knowing that they do a devotional as well as practice on Thanksgiving. And this is a tradition that they've been having for a long, long time. So I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe we got to go to practice on Thanksgiving. But it lets you know the determination. And sadly to say, their game after that, they didn't win that game, but a lot of people, there's a lot of controversy around that game, because a score was given and a touchdown was given to someone who was out of bounds or something like that. I know it was been streaming all on Instagram, all on social media and stuff like that on their last, and they were in Baton Rouge. I don't know if it was called Catholic Baton Rouge or Baton Rouge Catholic, the school. I happened to not go out there and see that game, but it was devastating because my son took it kind of hard. But next year, okay, I could see them going to the championship. And really, I thought they were going to go this year. But, like people always say, oh, they were cheated and all this kind of stuff. But if it's in God's will, it's going to happen. That's how we got to say it. If it's in his will, it's going to happen. So let's talk about the events today. Again, it's November. It is still Diabetes Awareness Month. So I know we ate all this good food over the holidays, all these carbs, all these glucose and things like that. But we want to just try to stay health conscious because of Diabetes Awareness Month. Again, I said it again. My grandmother Betty Haynes, she passed and she had diabetes heavy. It runs in both sides of my family, my dad and my mom. It runs in both sides of the family. So just trying to be health conscious on the sugar intake, the carbs, not just sugar, the potatoes and stuff that turn into sugar. And we want y'all to just be conscious of that, of glucose, because there's 4.9 million African American adults, or 18.7% of all African Americans 20 years of age have been diagnosed or undiagnosed with diabetes. So, excuse me, a lot of people don't even know that they have diabetes, and that's the sad part, and that's the very dangerous part. I know we talk about hypertension is a silent killer, but diabetes can lead to so many other health conditions. That's why with me, again, I love food. I always say that, but I try to do some things in moderation. Did I eat a lot this Thanksgiving? Yes, like we all have. But it's not time. You can reset today, start all over today, and that's what we want you to do. Reset and start all over today, and be health conscious of diabetes. Now, let's get into some fun stuff. The fun stuff is we celebrated my girl Keyshawn Dixon of Spice Divas Beauty Bar, the manager of Spice Divas Beauty Bar. We celebrated Keyshawn. Keyshawn had a birthday November 19th. So shout out to you, Key. And we're going to celebrate you the whole month. You've been celebrating the whole month. You went on the Natchez boat with Mocha and her daughter. And then me and Chrissy took you out to Smooth Jazz. So we was at Smooth Jazz at the Four Columns. We had a great time, and it was exciting. It was fun. We had a good time. We sung Happy Birthday. You guys sung Happy Birthday to 2 or 3 times, and we was able to share cake with strangers. We was giving out cake. We had a real good time. So that was an awesome time. Thank you, Chrissy, for getting those tickets. Thank you for hooking us up, getting us in a good section, and thank your cousin who let us have a good time. Keyshawn kept saying, I felt so special. I felt so blessed. I felt like I was had a good time. It was very classy. It was very elegant. For those of you who don't know about the smooth jazz that they have at the Four Columns, they have it every month. I don't know if they probably have a link or something like that that you can look into to see, but it's real fun. You have people doing line dances. I learned the new line dance, y'all. I learned a new line dance. I was a little intimidated to get on the floor for some other things. They got another line dance with my girl. Is it Sierra song? Yeah, they have that one. But I was doing the one with the Zydeco. I was doing a Zydeco one. I did another one. I did like two or whatever, but I was excited, and it amazes me, like all age, all genres was out there doing those dances. That's what's the amazing part of it. And then you have, I was seeing some like seniors out there rolling. I couldn't even keep up. I couldn't even get it together. And then I said, well, man, that's almost like exercise or something like that. But again, smooth jazz is once a month they have it. The great part about it, we was thinking about doing it for Spice Divas Beauty Bar. You bring your own food in there, and of course, you pay for the entry to get in. They have live entertainment. They had a group singing that sung all around the world. They did the I like the Temptation moves, or the what's that group oh, what's that group? Not Jackson 5, but oh my God, I cannot think of this. The Temptations and another one, but they was doing all these smooth moves like for back in the day. Then they had a DJ doing line dances. Then they had a live band playing. So this event was so nice. So we wanted to treat our girl Keyshawn. So Keyshawn, thank you for being Spice Divas Beauty Bar manager. I appreciate you so much. They say give people their roses while they're here. Thank you for riding with me for 4 years. And Spice Divas Beauty Bar, you want to appreciate the people that are giving you and that are consistently staying with you. And Keyshawn has a big heart, so that's what I love about it. They say, the pure at heart shall see God. So people with pure hearts generally want everybody to win. You got to give them their shout out. So happy birthday, shout out. Okay, so what's your favorite? This is what I wanted to know. I'm gonna ask a question. Okay, now for me. I want to ask you guys, and even on my live feed, and as well as the audience, you can call in throughout the show if you would like to. We want to know, what was your favorite Thanksgiving side dish this year? What was your favorite Thanksgiving side dish this year? And I'm gonna say, okay, so sides. I wonder if bell peppers constitute as a side. Probably not. Well, I think so, because you have the turkey, you have the bell pepper, you have the dressing, you have the macaroni and cheese, you have the peas, you have yams, you have me. I eat it weird, y'all. Like, I take my plate and I like to have the bell pepper, the baked macaroni, all the sides, but I have to have something sweet on there, like a sweet and salted. It got to be yams. It got to be a sweet potato pie. It got to be something like that. That's how I eat my Thanksgiving food, and that taste never goes wrong. There's another thing I like to do. I like to take my macaroni and cheese and mix it with a dressing, like a dressing, or I like to take my macaroni and cheese and mix it with a bell pepper. I know that's kind of weird, y'all, but I just like all the tastes coming in together. So that's my favorite side. Think about, what's your favorite side, and what was your favorite side for the Thanksgiving holiday season, or the Thanksgiving meal. So when we come back, we're going to go to segment 2. But when we come back to Red Lip Talk podcast, we're going to talk about some things that are very important before our actual guest gets here. We're going to talk about, what are you thankful for this year? Because the year has passed us so fast. What was you thankful for this year? What are you grateful for in this year? And I got some nuggets for you guys that I've got for my boy ET. So I don't want y'all to go nowhere. I want y'all to stay right there tuned in. If you like what you seeing, we want you to tag, share, invite somebody to Red Lip Talk Podcast. This is episode 37, and this your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva. Don't you go nowhere. Mwah. Spice Diva, Sona's charm. Red Lip Talk. Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Get Glammed Up by Keyshawn. Tune into Red Lip.
It's your girl Sona's charm.
And it's your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the Red Lip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Red Lip Talk Podcast. Wow.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Spice Divas, Sona's charm. Red Lip Talk. Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Welcome back to Red Lip Talk Podcast, episode 37. And we're talking about today, our topic is Thanksgiving thankfulness. On today, we had this Thanksgiving season. Thanksgiving Day has passed, and it makes you think about on that day, like for your family, what are you thankful for? What are you grateful for? And stuff like that. But before we get into our gratefulness and gratitude and thankfulness, I want to get into our Spice Divas cruise that I failed to mention. But I want to mention that right now. We will be cruising on the Valor Spice Divas Beauty Bar Ladies Night Edition. And that's going to be on the 11th through the 16th. What I was told was, if you're still interested, you would have to get on a waiting list, because what I was told is the cruise boat itself was booked out. So it was actually hard to be funny, y'all. Okay, I'm going to be transparent. Myself, okay, I'm one of the hosts on the cruise. I wanted to wait. I was like, man, the price is going to go down. It's going to be a little cheaper and stuff like that. So we actually were booking, and I failed to book mine. I booked mine at the last minute. So I had to switch actually with my mom. She was grateful enough to give me her cabin, so I was able to go. But I wouldn't have been able to go on the own cruise with Spice Divas Beauty Bar right on doggone top of the doggone thing, and I wasn't going to be able to go. But gratefully and thankfully and graciously, my mom actually gave me her cabin. So thank you, Mom, for that. Big shout out. But if you're interested in going, you would have to call the cruise line or call Sona to see if anybody canceled. They say people cancel at the last minute. Again, we will be cruising December 11th through the 16th. It's going to be epic. We were talking about that on last night. We're gonna do t-shirts and tights. We're gonna do a black and bling night for the cabin night. I mean the cruise, the captain's night, and we're gonna have a good time. Other than that, the itinerary is gonna be free. This is just gonna be a cruise to get people minds right, to release them before 2024 comes in. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the cruise. I'm excited about what God is gonna do on that actual day. Another thing I failed to mention, we want to talk about events, is I want y'all not to forget where Red Lip Talk, where we kind of derived it from. And we derived it from Spice Diva's Beauty Bar. I have we've been in business, I want to say about 16 years, and it's like the salon tea on this podcast. And I want y'all to not forget, we also have, I see production is putting up right there. That's the website of spicedivasbeautybar.com. I mentioned earlier in the show that it's actually Black Friday. Today is Cyber Monday. So Black Friday, it goes on. What I'm willing to do for this month is to actually give buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free. So if you buy a lipstick or you buy anything like the Blingy lipstick, the Spice Divas custom lipstick, you're actually going to get one for free. And that's going throughout the rest of this month. So I want you guys to definitely log on and check out that beautiful site of SpiceDivasBeautyBar.com. Also, we're also hiring at Spice Divas Beauty Bar. We have 2 booths available. We have an amazing team there, amazing atmosphere. Everybody that come in say they actually love Spice Divas Beauty Bar, the brand, the lips. This weekend, I actually had a lady come all the way from River Ridge, Harahan, a different ethnicity, different culture. She was a Spanish lady, and I met her in Dollar Tree or something like that. She said she loved my makeup, she loved my face, and she was asking, did she need a haircut? I should have put that doggone haircut in, up for production. But oh my gosh, she loved her haircut. She loved the environment. She was so grateful to be there and stuff. And it's always an awesome thing to give and to give to people and give back. So I'm so excited about that. And let's get into exactly like what are we grateful for. This segment that we're introducing, we're going to be dealing with what you have been most thankful for this year. So what have you been most thankful for this year? So I'm going to self-reflect on myself. What I have been more grateful for this year is that I don't want to use the same things that people always say, the cliche stuff about I'm thankful for. First of all, I'm thankful for God waking me up the year, because some people have not survived, and we're still not at the end of the year. Gratefully, I hope some people make it through December and see 2024. But what I'm truly grateful for is that I'm chosen to do a lot of things. Like, we often are accustomed to thinking about what we're lacking and what we don't have and what is not adding up. We're accustomed to that. We're accustomed to looking at what we don't have, what we need to get, what we need to gain. And for me, my grateful and thankfulness right now, as I'm talking, is I thank God for waking me up this morning. I thank Him for even giving me this platform. I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for, it's just something you can do. Although, I listened to E.T. one day, and he said, without the world paying me, I got up every day. On a Monday, I put videos out in the morning, in the evening, and at night. When God gives you a platform or He gives you something to do, Don't take it for granted, because you don't know who you can be touching. It can be one person. It can be two people. It can be, as long as you touching somebody, do not take it for granted. Do not take it for granted. Just because it's not to the altitude that you may want it to be. See, this society and this age group and these people, what we want is a quick fix. We want a microwave fix. Okay, I've been doing it. I've been doing a podcast 37 episodes. I don't have 1 million views yet. So guess what? I'm a lack on it. That is not how you're going to get further if you don't give something 120%. Y'all hear me talk about that all the time. Because guess what? You don't just put 120% in because you see a value, a monetary value, or that you're getting something from it. In the meantime, that's what anything you do. That's what anything you do. Be grateful and be thankful if God giving you a platform. I thank him for giving me Spice Divas for 16 years. I thank him for giving me 2 kids that are healthy. I thank him for having me in my sound mind, because even at 47, they have people as in my age group that don't have their sound mind. They get hooked on all the anxiety, all the things in the world, all the hustle and bustle and what they don't have. We are accustomed to being in a world that all we want to do is receive. All we do, I'm getting into my takeaway. I'm not going to get too much of my takeaway, what I want to say, but we are accustomed to just getting. And we have been programmed to just get. Even in the religion or the biblical aspect of things, we are accustomed to reading the word, proving to everybody what religion is, proving that try to prove to people that it actually works. We have not been taught to use no type of formula for us to be successful. I hate to say it, but some people that are religious that I see, they are the most people that are suffering. Because they have not used the formula of the Bible and been thankful. Because if you really read the Bible and apply it to your life, it's more blessed to give than to receive. It's more blessed to give than to receive. So I'm going to get into my takeaway after that. But that's the things that I am thankful for this year. And I'm grateful for it this year, that I'm able to sit here and not be in somebody's hospital, be in my sound mind, have my beautiful kids. They're in their sound mind, even though the world that we're going in today. I had to talk to my daughter today about something, going back to college. We don't know what children are facing today. We don't know what type of stuff they have to deal with. And I was like, why are you feeling like this? Because you got to go back to college. We don't know what the world they have on their shoulder. Okay, I got to get this degree. I gotta let my parents be proud of me. They paying for this. I gotta do this. And that's a stress within in itself. So that's the things that I'm grateful for on today. The importance of gratitude in everyday life. I talked about that a little bit just now. What's the importance of being grateful? Being grateful for where God have you, or being grateful for where you are in your life, anywhere you are in your life. You need to be grateful. I heard this morning a story about a man who gave 2 of his kids some candy. He gave it to the oldest one. Two oldest kids some candy. And one of the kids said, I'm going to keep all my candy to myself. I'm not sharing it with nobody. I ain't sharing it with my siblings. I ain't sharing it with the community. I'm not sharing it with nobody. Then you had the other kid who said, I'm going to take this candy. I'm going to give it to my siblings, my younger siblings, and I'm going to share it to the community. Out the 2 kids, which one do you think that the man is going to continuously give a supply of candy to? The one who said, I'm going to keep it to myself and I'm not going to let it multiply. It's not going to benefit nobody but me. are the one who gave out to the community as well as gave it to their younger siblings. Obviously, you may have your own opinion, but I would think he's going to give it to the one that's not selfish enough to keep it all to themselves. So be thankful, be grateful. Think about right now what you're thankful for this year. Think about right now what you're grateful for this year. And we're about to go into segment 3. On our segment 3, we got none other than my boy Gee back in the building at RedLip Talk Podcast. And I don't want y'all to go nowhere because we're going to get in some topics what we're thankful for and whatever else it leads. Because with us, we don't know where it's going to go. So it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva. Make sure you stay tuned and don't you go nowhere. Mwah!
Spice Divas, Sona's charm, RedLip Talk, RedLip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. RedLip Talk.
Hello, everybody. I am author Vanessa J. Ross, and you are tuning in to Red
That's the
Lip.
House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Spice Diva. Y'all ready? Sona's charm. RedLip Talk.
Okay.
RedLip Talk. Girl, come
You about to come back in. Wait. I think it's here. Wait, hold on. All right, we back. Thank you guys for tuning into RedLip Talk Podcast, episode 37. And we're back in the building. We're excited about this segment. We got my boy Gee in the building from Phenomenal Products. He's in the building with us again on today. I was trying to set up my live on Instagram, but look like I'm better on Facebook. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit my Facebook right quick so my people can see who I have in the building. Yes. So what you say, Gee? What you say? How you been? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was nice. It
was nice?
Yeah. What up, everybody? What up?
Yes.
What up?
He's not a stranger to RedLip Talk Podcast. That's what I love. He came in on today. What's y'all topic? What y'all talk about? I'm in here. So I love it. Not a stranger to the couch.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
But I will say, I gotta always ask because I mean, I need it to be. I'm not like, hey.
You want to know what the topic is?
Yeah, because I'm not like,
Like, I
I'm not
I know what
super
I said.
religious, so
I know that.
gotta
I
make
know that.
certain that the topic is something that I
can deal with.
share something on
Yes.
without, being like, nah, I have nothing to say.
Yeah. No, you always have something to say.
It could
Even
be-
if it's not,
it could
even
be
if
like
it's religious.
Psalms 33, and I'll be like, no,
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, no, I really don't
Yeah,
know what to
no,
say about that.
but we talk about it in the salon when you come about it. We talk about religion, and you always have something to say about it.
Yeah, I do. But I don't know if everybody out there would want to hear it.
Oh no, that's okay. That's
you know,
okay.
but
That's a good thing. That's why we supposed to. That's what I like about our dynamics, because you love it or you don't. That's
Yep,
the same with me.
yep.
People, they got some people love me, and there's some people that don't like me.
That's true.
Either
That's
you
true.
love
I
me
hear
or you
I
don't.
hear you. I hear
Right?
you.
Either you like me or you
you're
don't.
right. You're right. You're so right about that. And when you said today that the topic was thankful, I was like, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm thankful for a few things, but I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I can give you a whole 30 minutes of thankful.
What you thankful for? What you thankful for?
Well, I'm thankful to be here. Number one, this
Yes.
is great. I
Yes.
like being on this.
Oh.
So thankful.
Oh,
Yeah.
welcome. You're welcome.
I'm thankful for my family that will always, even though not at all times, but will always usually forgive,
Yes.
because I could be an individual that at times might not be easy to get along with.
Yeah.
Once again, opinionated individuals need forgiving individuals. So I'm really thankful for my family for being able to forgive.
Not Gee.
Oh, yeah,
No,
seriously.
Gee.
Seriously.
No.
Yeah.
What?
I've
Oh,
said
see-
some things.
Yeah,
and-
yes, that's
and it takes a while to forgive, but I am really thankful that
Yeah.
my family's able to do that. And, I'm just thankful to just keep on doing what we're doing and
Yeah.
and trying to figure out the dynamics of the new business that we
Yeah.
are all into, because this recession is strong.
Yes,
and
it
we're
is.
all trying to find a way to get through.
Yes,
so
it is.
I'm
Yes,
thankful
it
to be able to
is.
say that
You're
we're
still in
doing something.
business.
Yeah. And
That's-
even
yeah.
if we have to alter,
Yeah.
and for those out there that are entrepreneurs that are like, hey, this is what I am, this is what I do, we might need to do something else. You
Yeah.
might need to do a 9 to 5 at the same time just to keep this
Yeah.
going, because we
Yeah.
don't know what we're into.
Yeah.
So I'm just thankful,
Yeah.
on that note.
That's what I had to do too. Like, with the salon and stuff like that. Like, I have 3 stylists in there.
Mhm.
Well, I have 2 stylists myself. 3. I have the barber, the guy now.
Mhm.
I have a lash person, but I still have 2 booths available. And it's holding everything down. It's not the same because everything is going up.
Yeah.
So what I had to do was, like you said, do something else.
Yeah.
So what I had to do, do some extra work at the elderly. Do hair there.
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
to think creative, think out the box, and do something different. If you want different results, you got to do
Yeah,
something different.
you-
You can't have the same results.
We do, because we don't know how deep this hole is, and the reality is no one knows how deep this hole is. If you listen to some individuals, they'll say we're not in a recession, and some say, well, we're at the peak of the recession, but we all know the percentages of the products that we pay for when we go to the stores are completely off.
Yes.
So on this point, we are, I would consider, in a recession. Now,
Yeah.
once again, I am not an analyst,
Mhm.
so I cannot tell you for a fact, but that's
Yeah.
the way I live it.
Yeah.
So the reality is that we have to find different options to be able to keep us and maintain us through
Yeah.
until we get out of this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you just can't do
Yeah.
one thing right now
Yeah.
and just think everything's gonna line up with you and everything's gonna be
Yeah.
fine and all this kind of stuff. You got to do more than one.
yeah, I would say don't feel ashamed, and don't feel like that you've lost. Like, because it's like you feel like you're going back a step.
Yeah, yeah,
This
Yeah.
is not something that we created, and we're all trying to struggle to get through it.
yeah,
And that's every business.
yeah. But look, let me tell you something. Like on Sunday, I didn't go to church like three Sundays because I was in the shop grinding, working. Because I had to do that.
And,
So
and to be fair, now
I had to work.
See, this is where we differ.
Yeah.
Because I would say, hey, you save 60%, because that's 3 weeks, right? So
Yeah.
it's 20 a week, right? So you
Right.
save 60%. I'm just
Oh, you saying not going to church?
saying.
You saying not going to church?
I mean, you know,
Wait, no, Gee, what you say?
They tax you at the door, right?
No, they don't
Oh,
tax you at the door, Gee.
I apologize.
Not the one
They
I go to.
tax
It
you-
depends on what church you go to,
They
Gee.
tax you in the end.
No, it depends
Oh, okay,
on
okay.
what church you go to. Cause see, our church, you give from your heart.
Okay.
You don't.
Oh,
like
the
you know they have
Catholic
some.
church.
They got
Like the
some
Catholic
church. That's right.
See,
That you give from your heart.
Yeah. We
So-
give like $5, $10.
Yeah, you give whatever
Yeah.
you are able to give. They don't say,
Cool.
okay, I need you to give this amount.
Yep.
I need you to give this amount.
Yep.
No,
And
they
I
don't
need
do
your
that.
tax returns, because I
Yeah.
gotta make certain you're giving the right amount.
Oh no, they don't do that either at our church. But I know churches that do that.
I'm just saying.
Like for our church, they give you actually what you have given.
Gotcha.
Throughout the year. That's why I like going there. Like I've been witness to go to churches that do that. Like
Okay.
to say, to each his own.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't trying to say nothing but to each his own. They say
I
it's
mean,
better.
I am,
It's better to give.
but
Give.
I mean, hey, look.
They say it's better to
Look.
give than to receive,
Look.
but give like.
No, it is better to give
Uh-huh.
in general,
in general. Okay.
not to a particular entity.
Gotcha.
Especially if that entity does nothing for that community. I mean, I'm just being straightforward.
Yeah.
My honest opinion is
Wow.
if your neighborhood is a dump
Yeah.
and you come home to a dump every day, but the church is getting bigger and
And not-
prestigious looking,
Yeah,
and everybody's walking around with fancy suits,
Yeah.
and your neighborhood and your community is a dump and poor, and
Yeah.
you're scared of coming out of your own house, because we always have to say in our communities, be careful out there.
Right.
Come on now.
So do you think? So I want to say this. Okay. Do you think we as our culture? You just think because you really think it's African American our culture. Do you think we just built on just religion? Or
Yeah, because I would say so, because I think religion was the safetiness. It was like when the slave owner came, and the slave owners, let's just say when we got into Jim Crow, let's pass slavery, right?
Okay.
Then Jim Crow was the place that they can control you through the church.
Okay.
So it's like make certain that they get this command, and so they would run to the church to hide and to pray for
Yeah.
forgiveness and to hope
Yeah.
that things would change.
Yeah.
Right, so it was a different control, but then at that point in time, you're talking about not just the control that was given by or that was expected from white people, but control of one black person being the
Controlling
pastor,
us.
controlling a group of individuals.
So you
And
think
that's power?
So you think that's like? So do you think that's like the same analogy as having like Uncle Tom? Like
No,
they
no,
say,
because
like in
see,
slavery, like that
because-
was the person who told
Yeah,
the other slaves what to do, right,
Okay,
in the house.
So I have not read Uncle Tom's Cabin, so I don't want to lie about it.
Yeah.
But I've heard different views, and I've heard that Uncle Tom was the one that was trying to save and help, and Sambo was the one that. So if this is the truth,
Yeah.
then one
would
thing
be a
one thing
Sambo.
I love my people, but I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah.
I say things direct and straightforward.
Yeah.
It seems like we always seem to break down the positive and make it a negative. Because if Uncle Tom was positive,
Yeah.
we've put a spin on Uncle Tom as being the negative when it should be Sambo. So then we've taken away the positive that we would have had from the story. If this is truth, because I didn't read the story.
Yeah, but I've
if
heard
this is a
that,
fact-
but Sambo, I heard
Okay,
that.
so if
Just
this
what
is a-
you're saying,
yeah.
I heard that,
If this is
Sambo.
a
I did hear
fact-
that.
If
I
this
did
is
hear
a
that.
fact, we twist the positive to make it negative, and then we walk around with this negative attitude, opposed to having a positive to look at.
Yeah.
So there's no positive in the story, because Sambo's not positive,
Yeah.
and Uncle Tom is no longer positive.
Yeah.
Even though it might not be the truth, it is the spin on it.
It's the spin on
So
it.
we as individuals walk around with a negative. We don't have anything positive from the story.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't read the story, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
from what I've heard.
Right.
Once again, I'm not an educated individual. So my opinions are just opinions
Do y'all hear him?
of my
Do y'all hear Yee?
own self. This
Do
is
y'all
the
hear Yee?
voice that I have that speaks to me in my
Yeah.
own voice. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, that a voice that speaks to you. You told us already. You're not religious. You don't know what you know. That's how the
my
voice
own
speaks to me.
voice. It's my
You
own
think it's your own
voice.
voice speaks that. That's how the voice speaks to me, and that's how I know certain things to do because I hear that voice going do 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 do. That's the same with me. People think I'm crazy. They be like, Kree, so God told you that too? Yes.
I'm just saying.
How you know did it? Yes, because that voice is do 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 in my ear. Is in my head.
That's,
You know?
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to look outside because see, what I find is that we are if not programmed, then we are taught, right, from a young age.
Yeah.
So everything is given to us, and then we just follow,
Yeah.
right? So if
It's
someone,
programmatic. Yeah, that's something I
there you
heard.
go. So
It's programmatic.
there you go.
Programmatic. The program, we follow
Yeah.
the program. Even if the program don't work,
That's a fact.
we're not going to break from that program.
Nah,
Even
nah,
if we don't see a result of that
Nah.
program.
Nah.
Now, as far as me growing up, the same thing. As far as I was taught religion
Mhm.
by my grandmother,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But this is what kept me in religion. I've seen the things, not religion, but my relationship, because there's a difference. The reason because I've had dreams, I have felt stuff, not just emotions. I don't, not just being in church,
Gotcha.
on my own.
Yeah.
When I'm
Yeah.
at my wits' end, and I feel like I'm a break, and like nothing is happening good for me, or I feel like, oh, the world is coming to the end, or I feel like this.
Yeah.
It's what I felt and
Yeah.
what would help me out.
So
That's why I
yeah.
believe.
And I get you.
Yeah.
I will say this, right? There are positives to religion and a positive to me.
Uh-huh.
And there's probably a lot more. But the
Yeah.
positive that I see is the gathering of people
Yeah.
in a happy, peaceful state.
Yeah. Even
Right.
if they're mad.
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
they're mad.
Yeah. So now the issues that you have to look at is depending on when you get there, is there like positions and a hierarchy? Because that kind of changes the whole atmosphere feel. Because it
Yeah.
should just be you coming here and you feel really good,
Yeah.
right? Now, when you leave, you're highly motivated. But when you get back to the streets, it's like nothing gets
you
done.
better say that.
Nothing gets done. And it's
Or
kind of
when
like,
or when you get somebody just like that, it's like I let you say because you in this high energy.
Yep.
You feeling good. You feel like you can conquer anything.
yep, and you leave.
And then you leave and you go back to your world.
Yeah. And it's
So
like,
what's helped you? What sustains you? And you go back, you leave and you go back to your world and your problems. But this is what I heard. And we're going to get before we get into the
ahead.
other thing we're going to talk
Go ahead,
about.
go ahead.
But this is what I heard. And I heard this today.
Mhm.
We often invite, I heard an analogy about, you know, like the safaris, right? So the guy, E.T., who I always listen to, he said him and his wife went to a safari. And in the safari, they looking, they ride, and he said, oh, this cool. I don't have to do no effort. We on this thing. We watching all these amazing animals. But the animals, his wife said, look lazy. He said, why they look so lazy? They asking what would that be called? The guider? The tour guide, the tour guide. So that's like, why is these animals so lazy? So the lady told them because they have created an environment where they have peace and they have no predators. Ooh. So in a while, you're not going to see animals so relaxed and not lazy because they're always in gear and trying to watch out because of the predators.
Okay.
I say, wow, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. It does,
And he said, as human beings, although we know a situation or a thing is a predator, we don't have peace because guess what we keep doing? Inviting a predator to us.
Okay.
We're inviting a predator to us because when we have problems, what we do? We get on the phone. We tell everybody who can't help us. 9 times 10. And then when it's over, what they going to do? They going to talk about you. And you invited the predator in your house so you don't have peace. You have anxiety and everything else. What you think about that?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's true.
Yeah.
I believe that does make sense in the way that we do handle things. But I would say for church, the obstacles that I have is that I understand that there's building funds. There's a lot of things. I mean, you're growing something, you're building something that has to be maintained.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is what happens or doesn't happen to that community.
Yeah.
I mean, it to me, if nothing changes in that community and the crime still exists, the poverty still exists, then what are we really doing? We're giving sermons, we're giving hyped up feelings, we're motivating people to shell out cash
Yeah.
with the vision that something will change in their lives, because that's
Yeah.
what we're selling.
Yeah.
That's what we're selling.
But-
That's what I feel is sold in church, because we're saying like, hey,
You give me
something is
10%
going to change
if
in
you
your
give your
life.
10%
Keep coming here
with hope.
and buying into a spiritual being that will never need cash ever. So it's
Yeah.
like saying, but I have to show my love for the spiritual being by giving cash.
To humans
So
that's
I am
here.
buying into my spirituality, right?
But some people say tithe and tugi don't have to be just spiritual.
I agree with that. It doesn't have to be cash.
It don't have to be cash. I mean,
agree
yeah, I
with
meant to.
that. I agree
Yeah,
with
it don't
that.
have to be cash. It could be in other ways. It could be your time.
I believe a pastor should have another job.
Yeah,
They should have a true job
Yeah.
that they have. This should be part-time.
yeah,
And so this way, sure, you build out the church a little bit, but then you also build out the community, because the reality is giving back to the
Yeah.
community.
yeah,
So you change the community around you.
yeah,
And that is spiritual and financial blessings,
yeah.
because now you've put in, it's coming back.
Okay, now
Where
this the
city-
same.
Where the city can't support fixing things, the church would jump in.
Yeah.
Because it's your community. It's what you feed off of.
Let me tell you something.
I mean, I'm just saying.
That makes me think of, again, what I heard. Like, you have so many people
Mm-hmm.
that put hope and belief in what? The lottery.
Mm-hmm.
So you put $20 a week on the lottery
Mm-hmm.
with the hopes and beliefs that you're going to become a millionaire or a multimillionaire.
I agree.
And they got people that do that for 20 years.
I agree.
They keep doing it. 20 years.
So am I putting $20 a week? No, it's not. It's gonna be more.
But if we did $20 a week,
I'm saying,
if everybody that say they're religious and a Christian, guess what? That's
Yeah.
just what ET
There
said.
you go.
If everybody
There you
did
go.
$20
There you
in a Christianity, like
Yeah.
people do when they do
Yeah.
to the lottery, $20 a week on the
Yeah.
hopes of, because what this is the thing, he talked about a formula.
Mm-hmm.
He said the formula is that where the program is, he talked about a program versus a formula.
Yep.
Program is we want to receive.
Yep.
So if I give these $20, I'm gonna receive.
Gotcha.
If I give these $20 in church, I'm gonna receive blessings.
Yep.
I'm gonna receive this. I'm gonna receive that.
Now you got to think of the other hand. See, like
Oh.
you do
Okay.
that. You do that. You
Uh-huh.
receive, right? Do that
Receive.
to me,
Okay, receive.
and I'm the pastor, so I'm receiving back. Because
Mm.
I'm the receiver. See, what
Right.
you fail to realize is the pastor is the true receiver. He's receiving funds from everybody. And this is my key, right?
That's why I like our church, because
my-
guess what? I'll pass on the salary.
Perfect.
don't get
That's
that.
what I'm talking about. Right? Okay, so now...
Our church,
so-
we have a
so-
whole, no, he don't receive
So
it.
then
And
we-
guess what they do?
Go ahead.
This is like awesome. Shout out to my church. I got to give you a shout out. Shout out Missionary Baptist Church.
Hey, shout out to the
yeah,
salary.
yeah.
Shout out to the salary.
But I'll pass on the salary. And guess what?
Yep.
We're able to see
Yeah.
everything where the money go.
Gotcha.
We have a church meeting.
Yeah.
Every fiscal year, every 6 months, every to the year, we know what's in our church bank account.
Okay, so
That's not the norm,
and
huh?
that I like. That I like.
That's
so,
not the norm.
So this is my twist on it, though, right?
Okay.
Because I remember coming up in Hollis, Queens, and we had one church on the corner. It was a Catholic church.
Uh-huh.
And eventually, there were a lot of Baptist churches popping up. They were storefront churches. Like,
Yeah.
literally, if you've been to New York and you see your storefronts, right?
Uh-huh.
So, like, this could be a church.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So this is my thought here, right? And because when my community was probably an all-white community, when we came in and started mixing, so we were the breakers of breaking up that community.
Mhm.
But at one point, it was the one church for that one community.
Mhm.
The problem is that everybody claims that they believe in something,
Mhm.
but they need it to be taught to them in a different way. So we could be neighbors, but go to two different churches. And once again, though, one might be on the other side of town. For me, like a business, we're taking our money to the other side of town. That money doesn't even circulate in our community, right? So let's be fair.
Yeah.
So if we all were just looking for the message and it was the same message, if there's a being,
Why they don't do one church?
and why is there so many different messages? Because that one community probably only needed the one message. But for some reason, one pastor said they received another message, and they got to go out and teach this message.
Right.
And so you got to come to their church to get their message. And the key is the money just gets spread around instead of focusing it in
one
community.
Yeah. But now these days, though, Guy, before we go to break.
If there is a particular being, I'm just saying
Go ahead.
that the being wouldn't have a million messages to be taught through a million churches in the same community. Bam.
Well, it's one Bible.
But it should be one message.
It should be one.
So the God is like, yo, I'm going to tell you, Sister Mary one message.
Yeah.
And Pastor Dakota another message down the block. And 3 blocks away, I'm going to give another message to Pastor Johnson. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Makes sense of it all.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
we gotta go to break, but we got Guy in the building. Of course, we love when Guy is on the couch because he keeps it real. He gonna talk, and we gonna.
I'm not knowledgeable.
Back and forth. But we be back. We have some other things we want to talk about before we go into takeaways. Don't go nowhere. We'll be back. RedLip Talk.
Show.
Oh, it won't ever be. No. Never. You're coming back.
Right.
You're coming back. RedLip Talk Podcast. Mwah!
Come sit with us and sip some tea. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Hi, this is Constable Kendall Bussy, and you just tuned into the Red.
The wait is over. This is your favorite prophetess Chanel Jones, and I want to introduce to you my new non-traditional podcast called Kingdom Women Speaking, where you can expect a royal discussion amongst queens. Yes, Lord. And you can find me on New Orleans Talk Network. Tune in, world.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Hi, this is your favorite author, Teresha Rell. Live, learn, love with an open heart. Life lessons on cultivating healthy and meaningful relationships. And you are tuned into RedLip Talk Podcast.
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, RedLip Talk, RedLip Talk. Girl, come sit with us
sir. We're back to Red Lip Talk Podcast, episode 37, where our topic today is Thanksgiving thankfulness. And I've got, of course, no stranger to the couch. We have my boy Gee in the building for phenomenal hair products with some great what controversy? No,
Hey, life
with
topics.
some great life topics. I always love when he's on here because he challenged my mind and challenged my brain, and we just get it going. So I actually do love when you come on the podcast. It's absolutely nice.
Thank you.
But before we go into our takeaways and for this segment, is one thing that we wanted to talk about that all the world is talking about. What is it, Gee?
Well, I will say that on keeping it on the thankfulness, I'm thankful that I'm not Diddy. I'm just saying.
We're thankful that we're not P. Diddy. Because we don't know what's going on with P. Diddy. It's so much going on with them. Like, the first thing was, he had to pay out the $30 million, right? And he paid it out to, what's the girl name? I don't know the girl. Cassie.
Yeah.
And they say he was actually doing a lot of things to her or something. And he settled for the $30 million, huh?
Yeah, the number is actually unknown.
Oh.
The low end would have been, I think, 10 million because she was going to release a book.
Okay.
So in that point, that's when everything got settled real quickly. You know, you put a lawsuit up one day and the next day is paid. And some people say that they think that that it was a lie. It's like, no, people don't settle, and they don't settle in one day.
Yeah.
You know? So
they don't settle in one day.
Nah, they don't settle in one day. And there's probably a lot of truth for it. Let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about a time when Diddy would go to California and go up against Suge Knight, who had gang-related ties, right?
Yeah.
So Puffy used to have to ride with gangs from the opposite side.
Yeah.
He was feeling himself.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to be honest. I mean, I don't know for a fact.
Yeah.
But
they were talking about it in the shop. We were talking about that topic. You don't talk about T in the topic in the shop. And people were saying, I don't know if that's true, but they were saying that they were not that. They were saying that they think he got something had done to Kim, his wife.
Yeah.
And something done to what's his name, Puffy.
I mean, like.
Because you know you get insurance policy if you sign a record deal. They got insurance on you.
That's true too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to be said. I mean, the reality is you wouldn't settle that quickly.
Yeah.
And
allegedly. Okay, allegedly.
This is
all right.
all allegedly.
Allegedly. We just thinking. This is what they said in the salon, okay?
We don't know.
We don't know facts.
We're just saying.
Okay.
Just saying
That's right. Okay. Go ahead.
In the atmosphere of who he is and what he was projecting.
Because he had power.
There's a sense of power. There is.
He has power. But you know what's weird, though? What's weird to me is that why is my boy, because 50 Cent is my boy. I don't know if you know about that, but I got a picture with 50 Cent, like a real, a chill picture. Like, we was chilling. 2011, people get mad about it. Everybody knew in the shop, 50 Cent is my boy. But I want to know why 50 Cent is going so hard on this man. He just posted a video of him smacking Jay-Z butt. Like, why are you doing that, 50? I want to know why 50.
Because he wants the truth to come out.
Why is 50 going so hard?
He wants the truth to come out. I think
he all on his Instagram.
I think he wants the truth to come out. And I think he
is that not going to hurt him?
Nah,
because he got power too now.
Yeah, look, 50's got power, but 50's actually truly from the street.
Yeah.
Whereas Diddy wasn't from the street.
Gotcha.
And I think Diddy has somehow gained power along the way.
Gotcha.
And I believe, allegedly,
that
he uses that to his advantage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I saw a video of him on the street threatening somebody. And then he took off his, he was like wearing a Joker face.
Yeah.
And it was like literally he was threatening an individual that he knew.
Yeah.
And
he was smiling like a Joker face,
no, because he dresses in a Joker face, and I think they told him this year he couldn't wear the Joker face.
Wait,
Right?
wait, no, no, no. I don't know about that. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So he actually puts a Joker face on?
Yeah.
Like they paint his face? Or he put a mask on? Like the mask? He truly is allegedly the mask. Like how you have different faces.
That I can't say because I can't really remember that part.
Yeah.
I just remember him threatening the guy and then making him aware of who he was. Right? There's a sense of when you have power.
Yeah.
You can threaten. So.
Okay.
But allegedly.
Oh yeah, it was Halloween. It was on Halloween.
Oh, it was Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So there you go. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is that the reality is the man felt that he had a lot of power.
Yeah.
And I also think that with this is a lot of information that was probably withheld because
you think
for
more
the
gonna come out?
escorts, I think for the escorts, you also have to think. I have this twisted imagination. That when men go to jail, have you ever watched Shaft, the new Shaft?
Yeah.
And the guy named Peoples has a house where he's selling an apartment where he's selling drugs, but he uses the bathroom with the door wide open so he can look at everybody, and everybody has to look back at him.
Yeah.
I have this concept that when you hang together so tightly, in a clique, and you've been to jail, there are some things that are per se not straight. Not straight acts. Doesn't mean that you're not straight.
Yeah.
But there are some non-straight acts that can happen. And for me, if you watch porn, it's different than being in a situation watching a bunch of naked men doing something to your girl.
Right.
And then I would have to wonder how far you went. And so I think with this, it closes down any questions.
Yeah.
Because once you get into court, they question you.
Yeah.
They start questioning.
So you
people
thinking that's why he paid
There's
before?
a lot of, we don't know. There's a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of his
What about
life.
Aaron Hall? They saying about Aaron Hall. They say Aaron Hall came out saying that he had some situation with him, and now he's suing them. What was their situation? I don't know.
Aaron Hall, I saw a video from Aaron Hall where he literally, this is not alleged, he literally said that I like to do it in public. I like to do it in front of everybody so everybody can watch me and see how I and see
what about with P. Diddy? They're saying him and P. Diddy had a situation.
He said, ask Diddy and ask, what was the name of that group that they had? That
Aaron Hall was with?
No, not Aaron Hall. Jodeci.
Okay, Jodeci.
So basically, he's saying that they saw me perform.
Oh, that was him on that when he was on that podcast.
Yeah, he's saying.
What podcast that was? He was on
I
a
think it
podcast
was,
and he was talking.
Vlad TV or something like that.
Yeah, because guess who I saw that on? 50 Cent too. 50 Cent is putting out all the information. I don't know what's going on, but he putting out everything.
Let's just say that there's a lot that was hidden.
Yeah.
And by her coming out, people are saying, "Oh, she came out for the money." So what?
She came out.
So what if she came out for the money?
She came out, and now a bunch of other people. I think he got 3 allegedly things going against him at this moment.
I have no problem with her coming out for the money, but the secrets are out now, and the reality is, a lot of people have been hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got to be honest.
I get chills. And this man made some good music. That's the same thing with R. Kelly. Like, why?
It said that his assistant, allegedly, because I know it's been settled, but they're saying that his assistant Capricorn was an assistant for Cassie, and she was supposed to monitor Cassie, but she saw phone calls coming in from the Kid Cudi guy. I think it was Kid Cudi.
Okay.
Anyway, the guy that the DJ that was trying to date, and she was trying to date him, and
from Cassie.
Yeah, and Capricorn didn't tell. So in reality, once he found out, he beat up Capricorn and he beat up Cassie.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
But they're saying that the label paid out Capricorn. So now what we have to look at it is people think, well, it's just Diddy, he got money.
Yeah.
But he's breaking up all of his connections because whatever
Macy's,
whatever record labels, if you got to deal with Sony and you got to deal with whatever you have, people are then going to look at you and pull away from doing business with you.
Macy's.
Yeah, that's true.
One.
Yep.
Somewhere else they said it's I hope it's not Ciroc.
Ciroc.
Was it Ciroc?
Ciroc he owned. Well, Ciroc he promoted, and he was supposed to get money on pieces.
Okay.
On the pieces that they bought out and promoted. So I think like mango or something like that, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But on the other one, he had a liquor, which I think is a tequila that he was supposed to be in ownership with. So not just a promoter.
Yeah. And they pulled out.
Yeah, because once again, Diddy doesn't make alcohol.
Yeah.
You got to find someone that makes alcohol.
Yeah, he's just a face. He's an ambassador.
Yeah, and you could pay for it and be a partner, or you could be the ambassador.
Yeah.
And he was the ambassador for Ciroc. So I think there's a lot to go here.
It's a lot to go. It's a lot to go. I mean, like you said, thankfulness. I thank God we not Diddy on today, because it's about to get sticky. I really feel sorry. Well, I don't feel sorry if it's allegedly, if it's true. I don't feel sorry.
If you did it.
If you did it, I don't feel sorry. But if it's not true, you know, because you know,
I'm sorry.
That's
but
all.
My opinion. It's alleged that it happened.
Yeah, but you think some of it true? A percentage.
How do you settle in one day?
Okay.
Be like, nope, I don't want to talk about it. Because then you got to go into the court.
Yeah.
And they got to ask you questions.
Yeah. He probably didn't want to do the trial.
No, he don't want to
He probably didn't want to do the trial. You know?
To be asked questions
about his life and what he do.
And everyone in your circle.
Witnesses, everything. They coming up. They coming with all the information. No matter if they sign it. But I wonder how that is before we go into our takeaways. Like, how is that if you sign a do not, what is it? DNA, what they call it? Do not, a D&D? Do not something disclose.
Yeah.
D&D?
Okay, so when you sign it, I don't think you have the ability to speak against. However, though, I don't know
legally how it go.
Yeah, because see, legally, I was watching a show one day. Because once again, you know, I'm not educated. I'm watching TV. So just saying. But in this, it was I think it was New York Undercover, right?
Okay.
No, it wasn't New York Undercover. It was that sexual crime.
Yeah.
New York, whatever. It's a regular show. It pays every single week.
Okay.
Right? But what they were saying is that it doesn't cover you against actual crimes. So I don't know if that covers you underneath a crime. Like if crimes are created or have been done, does that silence you about being able to talk about the crime? I don't know.
They might have something that way legally they can bypass or do something toward that if it's detrimental or if it's a crime that's then caused damage to somebody's life or killed somebody or something. They might have something that's legally that they can probably But
because if someone is murdered,
thank God we not Diddy today. Thank God we not Diddy. We're gonna keep y'all informed of some things when we learn stuff. We'll let you guys know. But thank you for bringing that up about the Diddy stuff because I really appreciate that. So I guess going into our before we go into our takeaways, let's talk about some things. Before we're gonna take what you can think about your takeaway. You know what takeaways is now. So it's just a reminder. I want you to remind y'all, our viewers and our listeners, download New Orleans Talk app in your Google Play or Apple stores for free today to hear our 24-hour podcast music and more. Each weekday, you can listen to the RedLip Talk podcast where every Monday at 1 p.m. Follow us on YouTube, New Orleans Talk Network, Spice Divas Beauty Bar on our page. Help us grow. Tag, share, invite. If you want to be a guest on our show, if you have an amazing topic that you want to DM us in, you can always message us. You can IG us, however you want to do it, direct messaging. Tell us the topics you want to hear about. Tell us the topics you want to talk about. This podcast is for you. It's for you guys. So we want to be productive in the community. Yeah. So it's, we really want to be, we like the juicy topics, but we really want to be productive in the community. So if you are a guest, if you want to come on, we want y'all, if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to donate to our platform, visit our website at NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. If you want to become a sponsor, if you want a commercial, all those things, all those good things. If you have a business, if you have a product, if you have a topic, and you just want to sit on the couch and say, I got this topic I need to talk to you about. You know what I mean? If you got a little topic you want to talk about, we're not biased to any of that. We want this podcast to grow in a certain way for you guys, for the community, and be beneficial. Because it gets you thinking. You know, it gets you thinking. And somebody needed to hear that. Somebody needs to hear that. They might have a pastor out there that thinking, okay, I get all this stuff, but I'm not doing enough for the community. You might have a person that's out there that's right now doing what Diddy doing, saying, okay, let me stop, please. You know, because I don't know what's going to happen in the long run. I think.
Yeah, we don't. We don't.
Yeah. So, okay, our takeaway moments. We can go into our takeaway moments. You want me to go first, or you gonna go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. Okay, takeaway. All right, for my takeaway moment, I wanna go like ponder back on ET what I heard on today about a formula. Okay, he gave a formula to become a multimillionaire and to be blessed through religion. Okay. He said that it's better give it to the receive. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's best to give than to receive. And he's not talking about giving to a church. He's talking about giving your time to somebody. He's talking about not always being in a position to want to receive something. That's what we's taught, but that's just a program. That's how we taught. We're not taught the true formula of blessings to get multi-millions by being a giver. He also talked about the story that was in the Bible where the woman had flour and oil, and a person that was blessed came to her and said, I need, they need food or whatever. And she said, well, I'm about to make this last meal for me and my son, and we're gonna die. Because that's how poor we are. But he said, no, go and make this bread, and I want you to feed me. Now that's kind of hard to ask somebody. If you there with your kid and you and your kid, okay, we're gonna eat, we doing so bad, so we're gonna eat this last meal and then we're gonna die. But he said when she did such a thing of giving the blessing to him and giving him the food, she got multiple. It multiplied. She got more. So that's the same with us. When we get, like most people say, okay, when I become a millionaire, I'm gonna help everybody. But what you doing with the $1,000 you have? You're not being a good steward of the 1,000. You ain't blessing people with 1,000. So if you get $1 million, you surely gonna keep it to yourself. You surely not gonna give $1 million if you're not giving 1,000. I often tell people, like with the salon, over the 16 years, I have sold some seeds. Ooh, I have sold some seeds.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I'm still in business 16 years.
Gotcha.
When it's looked like it's about to close.
Gotcha.
He said, because of everything you didn't bless people with, let them do boo fees. Let them skip on it. Let them say, okay, I'll wait for you to get all that. So I'm gonna give you those same amount of blessings. So that's my takeaway today. Go into 2024 with a new type of formula. Now I'm not saying give all your stuff to people for free and you got to benefit from. I mean, come on now, you got to be a good steward. Or what I ain't saying go give all your products away. Yeah, and then you're gonna wonder, okay, I'm not getting that back. That's real stupid. You know what to do.
Gotcha.
I'm saying if there's an opportune time where you can bless somebody else, do that and watch the rewards that you get. It can be time. It don't have to be a monetary thing. It don't have to be a product. It can be your time. Like for example, being on this podcast an hour and something like that, I could be doing hair. But my time, I want to bless somebody or encourage somebody or motivate somebody in this hour that we're here. You could be doing something else right now, but you giving back your time. You see what I'm saying? It don't have to be money.
I'm with you.
So that's my takeaway today, going to 2024 with an attitude of gratitude and be willing to give more than you want to receive and always want to take back and won't get, and you're not giving nothing to nobody else. That's my takeaway.
Wow.
Now you go ahead.
That's pretty deep and that's over my head.
You say that's over my head.
I mean, it is because I've been, as I was sitting here just trying to come up with something. But I'll say this. My takeaway is going to be for people to be aware of their surroundings and to be aware of your own neighborhood and to believing that you can make a change. And if the giving, whichever way you can find to give in your community is a part, but it is about getting your community on the same page. And I know it's going to be not exactly easy, because there are individuals that are in our communities to destroy our communities, and those individuals like the communities to be at their worst, so that so that and they can hide. You know what I mean? Because you can always sell drugs in in an area that's run down, but it's very hard to sell in an area that's real nice because it'll be like, hey, wait a minute. So my thought here would be to respect your neighborhood and to join together with your neighbors, as many as you can, and start to make a change in our communities, because no one's going to make the change except for us. And that is the only way that we truly take control of our communities. We don't take control of it with cops, though we include cops, but we don't take control of it with cops, because that means that no one fears that there will be some consequences from the community. They just feel like, well, if these cops come down the street, we could disappear. They got to be aware that you're constantly watching them, and because it's your community. People need to be aware that if you're not going to fit into your community, then you need to move on. So that would be my thing.
Thank you for that, because that touches by you saying that, be vigilant and be aware of what's around your community, because so many of the young people are dying. You have so many deaths that's happening with our young people. So, and if that's the future, so if that's the future and it's something happening, my God, we gonna need some religion.
That's the truth.
We gonna need something the way what's happening with these young kids.
We can't continuously say that the future, but we do nothing. And we can't be always scared of them, because we have let them become what they are. So my question is, how do you take over? And I know it's tough for communities that have been existing like this for a long time, but it does start with it just starts with one, and one to the next. I'm made aware, or I'm made to think about a friend of mine that I have in this this area, not too far from here. And he said that he took upon himself to clean the streets in his own community. Like he would literally walk around, clean 2 to 3 streets, right? And his son, he brought out with him. And then one time he went to clean up in front of this one house, and the guy came out, said, "Step away from his house. What you trying to do? You trying to act like you're better than me?" And that's the type of individual that you don't want in your community. Because that individual wants everything to be run down and messed up. He doesn't see the benefit of you joining in. I mean, you got your son doing it, you got other kids doing it, and all you have to do is join in yourself.
Or if you didn't want to join in, stay in your house.
Yeah, and let it be clean.
Well, thank you. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. This was an amazing episode of Red Lip Talk podcast. 37 as always is a pleasure to have Gee on the. You're gonna be back. You're gonna be back. No. You're gonna be back. You're gonna be back. We thank you for coming on, being a part of. Always filling in. I love it. So we want y'all to definitely make sure y'all tune into our next episode of Red Lip Talk podcast. We want to thank you guys. Thank of our sponsors, and just thank you guys for tuning in and listening to us. Right?
That is true.
And we hope we was able to help you in any kind of way, gave you some good information. We thank you for that. Tune into next week, Monday, 1 p.m. You can go on our Facebook, social media, NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com, Spice Divas Beauty Bar. You can go to YouTube. We want y'all to listen. Tag, follow, like, share, all those things. And don't forget, because we didn't plug you. How they can find you, how they can get your products, how they can
you could always find me at phenomenalhaircare.com. But when I'm on here, I try to separate.
Okay.
I mean, I do because.
But people know you, Gee. Pete, they know you though, Gee.
Well, not everybody, like the rest of the world. Like,
they
I got
know
my cousin
you.
on. Hey, what's up, my cousin?
Cousin! We are live. We are live on Red Lip Talk podcast. Hey, cuz. Let's give your cousin a shout out. What's your cousin shout out? Which one? Right there. Okay. Well, we're going to just say Bui Court. I don't know what that said. We give you a shout out, cuz on Red Lip Talk Podcast. We want to make sure you go tune in and look at Red Lip Talk Podcast. We thank y'all for being a part of this and tuning into us. You know how we gotta end it out.
Yep.
Red Lip Talk Podcast. Mwah!
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, Red Lip Talk, Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the Red Lip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Red Lip Talk Podcast. Wow.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers.